Hello, and thank you for joining us as we discuss what to expect when you or your customer is signing up for Zentra through our payment registration link. We want this experience to be seamless and easy, which is why we are happy to provide this video to walk you through an example. With that said, let's jump right into it. To sign up for Zentra, you will need access to one of our subscription sign-up links. Zentra is using Chargeify via Maxio exclusively, which is where the link will be generated and where all of Zentra's billings are managed. I mentioned there are multiple links because depending on the length of your subscription, the link changes to reflect the correct pricing. In the example we will go through today, I will be using our shortest subscription length available, which is just 1 year. Just to reiterate, the link we will be reviewing today is identical to other links you may use besides the overall price, because again, this example is just for 1 year. When you first access the link, all the fields will be blank, and the first line item needed to be filled out is the number of perimeter and/or amenity doors, followed by the number of resident doors. This step is what determines the price for your Zentra subscription, so be sure to double-check the number of devices on your property so they all can be managed through Zentra. At the time this video was made, the market rate for Zentra is $3 for a resident door and $6 per perimeter and/or amenity doors per month. That is reflected by $36 and $72 as we are showing you the price of each door for the entire year. For this example, I will say that my property has 200 resident doors and 6 perimeter and/or amenity doors. Once I input those numbers and select Update Total, today's price is calculated and shown. We can see that the perimeter amenity price is $432 and resident is $7,200, bringing our total amount per year to $7,632. Please note that whatever the total comes out to, that is what will be charged once the order is submitted. Next, we will fill out the customer information section. The first line item is required email. This is very important as this email will be the one invited to the Zentra site once it has been created. Be sure that whoever is getting the email is aware of the invite link does expire after 72 hours. Phone number is the next question. Please ensure to put a phone number that can be reached as it will be put on file and the number Zentra calls should we ever need. The last question in this section is the organization name. For this question, we require that you input the name you would like the Zentra site to be called. For example, if your property name is the Captain's Cove, you would want to spell it exactly the same in this field as you do on site, as Zentra will copy it word for word when creating your solution. Moving on to property information, we ask for the first and last name of the individual responsible for filling out the link and the address of the property signing up. For this section, we are looking for the information for the actual property that will be using Zentra. Even if the property is part of a bigger portfolio, we would like the address for the individual site. This way we have the correct address for our records, as well as know where to ship any equipment, materials, or other items should they be needed. Once the property information is complete, the next step is to provide the credit card that will be used for this transaction and will be kept on file for the next renewal. This does require the CVV number, which is a 3 or 4 digit number on the back of the credit card. Since Sweden charged the entire amount up front, you may need to check the card you are attempting to put on file has the correct limits. When looking at the billing address section, you will notice it gives you 2 options. First, you can use a different billing address than what the property's address is. In this case, you will need to fill out the fields for the section completely with the address associated with the card from the previous section. If the address on the card is the same as the property, you can select Use Property Address, which removes the fields for this section and allows us to use the address inputted previously for the property. The last section is additional information that will help Zentra accurately create the solution. In this section, we ask for the property owner or manager's name, site administrator, or who is most likely to be our main point of contact. If these fields are the same person, that is allowed. Next is the information for the Zentra authorized integrator. This is very important as it informs us who will partner with us and is added to the solution as the integrator of record. The last question is site name, which is purposely a duplicate of a question we asked previously. This allows us to double check that there were not any spelling errors or differences between the names as a common courtesy, as we all know it is easy and common to have a small typo from time to time. Now that all the fields are filled out, we can confirm we are not a robot and accept the terms and conditions. Please note that you can click on terms and conditions to review before accepting. The biggest thing we want to call out, that is in the terms and conditions, is that we charge the entire amount up front, and we will automatically renew the subscription at the end of the current engagement length. Zentra will of course notify you multiple times before the renewal takes place. All that is left is to officially click Place My Order, and Zentra with Maxio will take care of the rest. Once payment is processed, we will have the Zentra site created with an official invite email sent within 2 business days. We hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please never hesitate to reach out. We are always happy to help.